Thank you, Catherine. Hello, welcome everyone to today's Toastmasters for Professionals meeting. My name is Guillermo and I have the role of the Sergeant at Arms. To officially start, I want to note that this meeting may be recorded amongst members and shared amongst members for study and self-reflection. Some parts may also be used for promotional material. In order to have a smooth meeting, here are some ground rules. Please put yourself on mute when you're not speaking, be attentive throughout the meeting, and support the speakers with your beautiful smiles and claps. Let's have a great meeting. Please welcome our club president, Catherine Opondo. Catherine?
Apologies for the distraction. Toastmasters and guests, this is our very special meeting. I would like to invite our Vice President Education to explain to us what this meeting is going to be like, and we'll have our members just jump in. Thank you.
Thank you, President Catherine. We're having a very unique meeting today where we do not have a Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster of the day is a person who would be the host of the meeting. And we have done meetings like this and it turns out to be real fun. Because why? We introduce ourselves. Now, let me introduce myself. I am Toastmaster Mary Thomas. I am a Malaysian, but working and living in the Philippines. But right now I'm in India, in God's own country, Kerala. I am a medical doctor and I've been a Toastmaster for yongs. That's Australian slang for many, many years. And I just thought that it would be a lot of fun if we don't have a Toastmaster of the day. Timer. It's time for you.
Thank you, Mary. My name is Guillermo. I was born in Mexico and currently live in the US. I'm a video editor and a so-so speaker. Every great speaker has outstanding timing skills. A speech that needs more time may leave out some important information, and a speech that goes on for too long may confuse the audience with too much information. To help you manage your time, I will show you the timing cards throughout the meeting. To let you know when you have completed your minimum speaking time, I will show you the green card, this one. To let you know when you have completed, to let you know when you get close to your maximum speaking time, I will show you the green card, the yellow card, sorry. When you have gone over your time limit, I will show you the red card. If you get to the red and have not finished, please start wrapping up so that this meeting stays on time. I look forward to hearing all of the speeches and wish everyone a fun time. Thank you, and I pass it over to Shihas so you can introduce his first speaker.
Perfect. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who have joined us. My name is Shihas. I'm also the VP membership for this club. I'm from Kerala, and I'm currently working for a company called United Healthcare as a business analyst. When I'm not working, I am busy bothering my two kids, my wife and my mother. We all stay together. So, if you are a member who is, if you are a guest who is joining us for the very first time, do leave us your contact details and I will get in touch with you after this meet so that we can tell you more about Toastmasters and how you can become a member of our club. Today, I'm also playing the role of an evaluator. I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Rahmat. Just to give guests an idea what is this role about. So this particular role evaluator helps us work on the art of listening and then providing constructive feedback. So it basically helps me to listen and I can provide a feedback by listening, by responding and not by reacting. And what Rahmat is going to get from us is she will be able to work on a project where she can articulate her thoughts, put it in a speech, present it in a way which can be accepted by the audience in the right way. So this is basically known as pathways, and we can talk about this pathway at a later time. So Toastmaster Rehmat is a visiting Toastmasters to our club. She is a student who is doing her third years in graduation. She is here to talk and share us about her leadership style. So this particular pathways is the level 2 project 2, and the objective of the project is for the speaker to talk about his or her primary leadership style. And the objective of the speech that will be presented today is to have the speaker talk on her primary style and discuss on the leadership style that in general that she exhibits. So with that, I would just like to call upon our speaker of the day, Toastmaster Rehmat, to come forward and share her thoughts on the leadership style that she exhibits. Over to you, Toastmaster Rehmat.
Thank you, Evaluator, for a brief introduction. And small correction is that I'm not BTech third year, I'm just currently pursuing my BTech second year. Okay. Timer, please note down the timings. What is leader mean to you? Does leader really do her work? What is the purpose of taking leader? Or why leader should be appointed to guide us? Can anybody say? What is the purpose of keeping a leader? Why leader is necessary? Can anybody answer my question? Please.
To guide you.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Greetings to fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I'm Toastmaster Ahmed from KWS Silverton Toastmasters Club. Today, I want to share my beautiful experience, which I have been experienced a lot. Can anybody guess who is in my life, who is my biggest leader? Okay. Can anybody say who aspire you to become like this? Can anybody say who is your biggest inspiration as a leader?
So normally it's the parents because that's what that's where we begin.
Yeah, absolutely. You are right. Yes, you are my very close to my story. Yes. For everything where we do right or wrong, we need a guidance. We need a support. We need a supporting hand to hold our hands. We need a best philosopher because we don't know how the roads will be. We don't know how our days will be. Some days will be good days, some days will be bad days. Some days will be smooth roads, and some days will be roadblocks where you can't just travel. This you can't see yourself. At that time, you need a person who is, I will be there, don't worry, I will be there, I will support you, like that. In my life, I, my always supporter are my parents. They are my biggest super leader, I can say that. Everybody can say, of course, our parents are not that much educated. For guiding or for saying they need education? No. To my opinion, no. They just need a experience. How? Of course, they have been overcome a lot of my age. They have came across my age. So one fine day, I have been struck that I have, due to some my health issues, I have to get operation. Society used to say that no, she can't survive, she can't. And the one girl who went to negativity, I thought that okay, I can end up my life like that I used to think. But my parents, they are my leaders. They never demotivated me. They always used to boost myself. With that confidence, with my parents' support, with their leadership guidance, I still survived. That operation went successful, and I'm standing in front of you. This is not only one thing. In my education, I'm a girl who is introvert. I can't choose anything like this. Okay, this is right, this is wrong. I can't say. I used to be always confused. I used to take stress. I used to overthink. I used to get stressed for small things. At that time, I used to think. Every time I used to complete my schooling, I used to think where I should complete my graduation. At last, I used to overthink myself and used to make up headaches. That's why I'm having stress like that, and also I'm using tablets. At that time, my mother, who is not only a housewife, she is the one who used to take care of my father, mother, my siblings, my grandma, my grandparents, each and everything. She's not that much educated, but she's a person who has a goods, who has the leadership development skills, who is the power of taking care of all the people, their necessities, the taking food, caring them, guiding them, each and everything. She used to hold my hands and used to say, Beta, why you are worrying? I used to say, Mama, I can't do this. I can't do this. She used to say, if you can't trust yourself, how can you trust yourself? How can you be? Like this, she used to motivate me. Okay, no matter what the situation is. Sometimes you may wrong, sometimes you may right, sometimes you will do mistakes knowingly. You will be there and we will support you. Don't worry, just go one step forward. She's the one who always supported me like that day. My mother said, just close your eyes and remove all the overthinking stress and enjoy your life. This is the age. You will not get another time. So enjoy your life. Like this, she motivated. My father, who is the one, and the one girl who used to spend money every time like carelessly. My father used to give me money limitlessly. I'm a college student so that I can enjoy. I'm a girl who used to spend all the money on friends and enjoy and keeping on them in snacks, canteens, colleges, each and everything. I used to spend it plenty of money. At that time, my dad said, "Beta, if you're wasting money, you didn't earn it. You should know the value of 1 rupee money. For this money, for this food, many people are striving. Many people are dying due to hunger. Many people are facing poverty. Just remember that." That day, I understood that for every rupee, for every coin, you should value, you should respect it. Why? Because this is money, where money makes everything. So that time onwards, in my life, not only my parents, not only my father, not only my mother, everybody inspires me. So a leader is needed to motivate you, to guide you, to support you, to judge you. Sometimes he judge also. He will care you. He will take care you. He will change your life. A leader is not only having great thing. It's just motivating the people who are equal to him. Leader, not only a leader means okay, not only pride in his head. Leader means always supporting like my parents. I can proudly say that not only in my life, precious. They play many roles like I can't express that many roles. Only my words can't express their love and care, which is seems like instead of infinity, like that. And over to you. Uh, that's it. My speech has been completed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahmat, for sharing your understanding about the project. We will come back with our evaluation in the evaluation section. Next, I would like to hand over the control to Karthik to go ahead and introduce our speaker for the day. Over to you, Karthik.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Toastmasters. Welcome, guests. I'm Karthik Kadala from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. I'm here to evaluate speaker number 2, who is Shak- Shakil Kawaz. Shakil Kawaz is a CA Toastmaster Club from Karachi, Pakistan, a member of PR and PQD team at District 122P. He is a professional accountant and he's working in a financial role in energy sector and many more about him. He's working in a pathway of presentation mastery and level 3 project inspire your audience. With the speech title My Public Speaking Journey. The purpose of this project is for the members to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspire others. Just the purpose of the speech for the member to inspire the audience. public speaking journey to the Toastmaster. Shaker. Toastmaster Shaker public speaking journey. Thank you.
Greetings to all of you. Am I audible? Thank you. 27 years ago, on a bright sunny day, a 13-year-old boy was participating in a debate competition in Ahan School, Kharadar, campus Karachi, Pakistan. He aspired to be a debater, a public speaker at once at such a young age. He was just invited in extempore speech in the Urdu language. He was just invited. Shakil, can you come? Yes, ma'am. What's my topic? Well, it is my favorite journey. Let's start. The boy just went to the stage and started like this. My journey, my favorite journey, sorry. Well, the dreams were shattered. There were tears in his eyes as he aspired to be a great public speaker one day, a debater. He was nowhere. He was so shy that he never attempted to be on the podium in the school till the next 3 years. On the last day of school, he was just on the podium to be there, like not today, when it to be. The same boy joined, growed up at the year of 21 in the year 2003. Joined Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of Pakistan. Here, in the English language subject, he had Sir Iftikhar, who just taught the whole class to be on the toes when you are presenting. The boy presented again and again the speeches on the projector, on the manual projector. Well, some ice was further broken until came the year 2018. The boy was grown up, now a mature man, a professional accountant by profession. He just was going to a CFO conference. It was a flagship professional accountants event in Pakistan, organized by ICAP, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Pakistan. Here he saw and listened a dream come true speech. Do you know who the speaker was? It was Muhammad Al-Kahtani, the world public speaking champion of the year 2015, a Saudi national. He delivered his famous speech, The Power of Words. Well, the dreams were reignited. Really, in the boy's, in the grown-up man's heart, again, there were aspirations growing. He just thought to be a public speaker once again. He just asked everybody, who was he? Who was Muhammad Al-Kahtani? What is this Toastmaster saying? Can you please tell me? He just met DTM Zaid Kalia there. DTM Zaid Kalia just told him, it's a world public speaking forum. Anybody can join it and become a part of it. Well, the boy was very, very curious. He was so curious that he attended the Express Toastmasters Club meeting at his institute, ICMAP, 2 to 3 meetings, but there were not to be. Then came a gap of 5 years. The 5-year gap was there, but he was in constant touch with DTM Zaid Kalia. Every year, the boy, the grown-up man, went to the CFO conference and he met DTM Zaid Kalia, who continued to motivate him every now and then on WhatsApp again. Well, the same boy came to year 2023. Yes, this year. Well, the game-changing day came. In the month of May, he just asked DTM Zaid Kalia how to join. He just told him, join the club at ICAP. It's very near to your home. It's just a 10 minutes walk. So there'll be no excuse for you not joining. Well, the game-changing day came on the day 4th May 2023. On the 4th May 2023, that grown-up man just went to attend his first ever serious Toastmaster meeting at CA Toastmaster Club, Karachi. He went there on foot because he would not have any excuse of not joining the Toastmaster meeting for whatever reason if he'll go on foot. Well, the boy goes there, participates in the table topic session. He was declared winner at the very meeting in front of his mentor, DTM Zaid Kalia. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, do you know who the boy was? Any guesses? Yes, it was me. It was me in front of you, TM Shakil Khwaja. Since then, I have never looked back. I kept attending meetings of my various clubs in District 122B, Pakistan, and also joined not only attending, but playing an active role in international TM meetings. On 9 September 2023, my dream came true when I hosted an international TM meeting for the very first time in my life. It was the Leaders Worldwide Toastmaster Club based in California. It was a wonderful experience when I joined it as a host. Then it was never stopping back. Really, because I evaluated speeches of the club president at another club, Vision Masters, Speechcraft. Well, I welcome all of you to join this beautiful world of Toastmasters. With a family of 300,000 people the world over. Remember, when you join a Toastmasters club, it's very, very good for your career and also for your personal life. Because I firmly believe when you can speak, nobody can just suppress you. You just raise your voice. And I firmly believe in two very powerful quotes. When you don't shoot, it's 100% miss. So shoot. And it's never too late. You can start any year, any month, any day, any hour, any minute, any second to change your life. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you for all the speakers. We're going to have our next session, which is entitled, We Are Thankful to the Men in Our Lives. As the title suggests, today we are celebrating and honoring International Men's Day. For that reason, we want all of us who are attending or who are here today to show our appreciation towards the men in our lives. Of course, I'm going to call the ladies first. International Men's Day is actually celebrated on November 19th of every year. Before I proceed with the session, I would like to appreciate Toastmaster Shakil for preparing a virtual background which is in line with the theme of our day, International Men's Day. Let's talk about men. Aha, isn't that an exciting topic? The first thing I would like to say is that if there were no men in the world, none of us would be here. And you know what I mean. None of us would be here if there were no men in the world. I mean, there was no one. There'll be no one, absolutely no one. Let's talk about the start of this particular celebration, where it was first started in Trinidad and Tobago by a doctor who felt that men were sidelined. And this happened in 1999. And the first inauguration of such a day was in 1999, and it was initiated by this physician who saw that men were sidelined, mental issues were just there for them, and there was no one to listen to them. As I said earlier, it is always celebrated on November 19th of every year, purpose of which is to raise awareness about the health and well-being of men and boys. International Men's Day also includes the boys, anyone who's male. And it is to highlight the issues that they face. The theme of International Men's Day for 2023, sad to say, I know I use the word sad to say, is zero male suicide. If you really ask me, the pandemic we are going through is not COVID. It's mental health, mental disorders, mental illness. As a mental health advocate, I cannot say enough of the difficulties that not just men, women, children, even little toddlers are facing, the elderly, all are facing difficulties with mental health. Therefore, we have seen a rise in suicides among men, which is quite unusual. But in the last, let's say, 20 years, we have seen men taking their own lives. And this year, we are focusing on building up their lives. How? With the theme Zero Male Suicide. A little bit about the role of men in society today. One of the main responsibilities of men in society is as the head of the family. As we all know, the family is the basic unit of society. There are no families, there is no community, there is no society. It all starts with the family. And the head of the family is the man. I don't even want to go into the role modeling that has shifted now because of high divorce rates. But let's just look at the ideal family. The man is the head of the family. No matter what feminists want to say, the man is the head of the family. He is the divine masculine. So let's start the session. And what I'm going to do is I would like I would like the women in the class, in the group here, to start sharing with us how valuable and how men have changed their lives, positively, of course. Let's start with President Catherine. A minute or two.
Thank you so
How
much,
men
Dr. Mary Thomas.
have impacted.
You have brought out, you have pulled out emotions, you have stirred visions and dreams in me as I remember and remark how the men in my life have been game changer for me. Start off, I was that with my father. I was endeared to my father. He was a solid man. When you talk about mental health, I watched as my father struggled with a few areas of mental health. Particularly, my father worked in war-torn areas. He worked in countries that suffered from landmines during the early wars of Sudan, the early wars of Rwanda, the early wars of Liberia, the early wars of Nigeria, and also Uganda. Seeing what my father did was courageous, but he was very vulnerable with us. He shared how these experiences brought him down. I was endeared to him because for some reason I was the first girl and he found it easy to look at me and see himself in me. So we had a close bond. When I watched his courage, I wanted to be like him. And I still do many things like him. I also want to acknowledge the way my husband has shaped my life. He has taught me resilience, hard work, being bold, pushing through difficult situations. He has taught me to be loyal. He comes from a very loyal community. He has taught me to be generous. He is extremely generous. I've also learned something from my brothers, and most especially from my son. He is a man. He is a male. He takes his time. He does not think like I do. He thinks different. His ego is fragile. And so I've learned to be sensitive, to be a mother that is knowing what this man will need in the future, to speak life into his weaknesses, to know that he is going to be great and to speak greatness into him. This has changed my view, has changed my perspective, has influenced my goal. But today, Dr. Mary Thomas, your preamble has woken up so many emotions in me. Back to you, Dr. Mary Thomas.
Yes, such a great tribute, Catherine, for the men in your life. I wish they heard it. They must hear this because you gave such a wonderful tribute to all the men in your life. And like you said, I know after this, you would be going back and reflecting on whatever you said. And I hope that will make a change. When you tell them, when you reflect, that will make a change in your family. Beautiful. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you. I would like to call another lady. Any ladies here? Anne-Marie, can we hear from you? Are you with us?
Sure am with you. What an interesting pick.
Okay.
Men, we need men, don't we? If there were no men in the world, how would the bathroom be? The toilet seat would always be down, wouldn't it? You'd always be able to get the remote control. Yes? But apart from that, having a man, I think, is very, very important. Not necessarily a lover, having men. I remember as a child, I didn't want to go to an all-girls school. No, all my cousins did, my friends did, because I liked the interaction with boys, because they were very childish at school, and they were very funny. Can you imagine school without the humor of those little boys? Anybody went to an all-girls school, you lost out. As a teenager, what would life be without boys? Who would take me out on dates? Who could I get pretty? Who could I just have somebody care for me as a young woman? And today, I love having men around me as mentors. I have learned so much of my Toastmaster men mentors, how to be bold, how to be assertive, and also work. I think it's so important to have men in our lives. They are heroes, whichever age you are. Thank you, men. Over.
You're on mute.
You're
Mary, you're on-
muted.
Mary, you're on mute.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm muted. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I hope you heard that. What you said is so accurate. We need to go to a co-ed school, and I missed out. I unfortunately missed out on that one. So thank you for that input. It is so true. All of us need to go to a co-educational school or mixed schools that we call it. All right, next lady in the house. Could you come forward? Who do we have? Rahmat, how about you? Could you tell us about the men in your lives? In your life, I'm sorry.
Yes, of course, I will say. In my life, two men are there, my father and my brother. My father, always there, always he support me, always used to hold my hand. He's simply, I can say that he's the back pillar of my home. He's the one who always suffers for my future. He's the one always used to take care of my future. Always used to say that you should get better life. You should be self-independent. You should not depend on anybody for any reason, for anything. You should be stand like a pillar. You should be like, okay, I can. You should be simply consider you can be like modern version of tiger, like that. My brother always used to guide me. He used to be a part with me in comedy nights. I used to fight with my brother unnecessarily. In that we can see that how much we both are important. College student who is studying in co-education. Really, I used to enjoy a lot in my class. Really, my intermediate I have just studied in my women's campus. So I'm not that much unaware of about co-education. But my BTEC life has been changed entire differently. In my class, we used to see boys and girls. So at that time, boys used to crack jokes. We used to crack jokes. They used to dominate. We used to dominate totally in a funny way. Like that, we used to enjoy a lot in my class. Okay, of course, when I complete my BTEC, when I see at my back, I can tell that millions of memories are there in my life. The boys used to say, I used to eat chocolates. They used to bring me chocolates. For I used to take lunch box, which used to prepare my mother because they like chicken biryani so much by my mother's hand. So I used to give them. They used to like that. We used to enjoy our class. Not only enjoying, we used to support each and everything, whatever they need. Like that, such an studying in co-education is such a gift. I can say that we can enjoy a lot. Really, I'm so blessed to have that college. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahmat. We've only got four ladies in the house, and I'm going to be the last one who's going to say something. And I'm going to just say it in one sentence. My life would be nothing if there were no men. No doubt about that one. I've grown so much. I've become who I am because of my father, because of my two brothers, my husband. I don't have sons, but every other man who has come into my life in one way or another, as a patient, as a counselee, as a mentee, as you name it, best friends, godsons. There's so many permutations of bringing men into our lives and holding that honor of being true to ourselves and for them and guiding them, helping them as we grow together with them. I know my life will be nothing if there were no men in the world, definitely. All right, now it's time for the men to speak up. We have 6 men in the room. Tell us how men have influenced you and tell us how you have influenced the women in your lives. Let's start with VP membership Toastmaster Shihas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mary. Okay, so, one must think practically, right? And then plan their life events accordingly. So, say for instance, if I really need to become a good professional, right? So I need to know that how do I start and how I can work on my skills and then accordingly grow. So the ability to think practically and then plan is something that I learned from my father, and I do miss his advices now because he's no more with us. So what I felt like I am really like indebted to, because sometimes when your father or when your elders are sharing some knowledge or tidbits, right, with at times, like because of our age, we tend to not give that much importance, but you tend to realize the importance of that when they are not around. So when I'm like, so since I, as you said, like men tend to be the leader of household, so with my family, right, with my brothers. So I am the eldest one. So if I need to get some advice, right, I think like what should I do or what he would have done. And if I come back to my professional life, I did have few leaders who really mentored me, and I am not in touch with them. Like I'm not seen my initial managers who happen to be men since last 15, 20 years, but I do stay in touch with them because one or two tidbits that they share, right, that helps us become a better individual, be it both on professional and personal life. So I'm really thankful for all of them, and that's all I had to share. Thank you.
Ladies, can you see what the man has just said? Practical living. And that is something we don't do. I'm sure men can relate to that. Where is our practical thought? Where are our practical thoughts? We are all so flighty and we think on the spot emotionally, and we come up with ideas that are not practical. That's the reality. And that's the balance. That's the balance that we achieve as men and as women. The beautiful balance when you put two together. All right, next guy. Who do we have? Guillermo, Vice President, Public Relations. Share with us your experience as a man and with other men.
Absolutely. My experience as a man, I don't really have a way to contrast the point of view of a woman, since I have never been a woman, but I suppose I like being a man. And how have other men impacted me? My father has supported me so much throughout the years. Same as my grandfather. My brother, my twin brother actually, has been my best friend for my entire life. And I don't know where I would be without them, probably in a worse place. So I thank them whenever I get the chance, and I'm gonna thank them today. Thank you. Back to you.
Yes, indeed. After our session today, everybody go back and thank the men in your lives. It can bring changes, you'll be surprised. Next, let's have evaluator 2, Karthik. Tell us about the men in your life.
The men in my life played a very important role. My life completely changed when some men entered in my life after graduation. When I'm stuck in a place where I'm not sure to do what to do in my life, to take my next step in my life. At that point, I met my mentor, Pawan Bhattad. He is the one who is hand holding me and showing the right path. I feel like I'm really blessed to have such a mentor who is a male, so I can feel so comfortable. Women, there are not only men, there are women also who has influenced in my life to see my career in a very better. Some of my friends used to help me in mainly in encouraging me, Karthik, you can do it. Especially in this Toastmaster, we have Mary Thomas, who is really inspiring me to come up and speak. She really handholds my in every way in my Toastmaster journey. I'm really thankful for you to Mary Thomas for this. In this way, everyone in my life who entered, they are elder to me or younger to me, it doesn't matter. Everyone really gives something to me to learn. That is the one which I learned from women and from the males in my life. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you for your gratefulness. Thank you. Now I would like to call a distinguished Toastmaster Milind, because I know he's a grandfather. Could you share with us your journey as a grandfather, a male role model? in your children or grandchild's life? Could you share with us? I don't think we have a grandfather in the group.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Mary. Yes, I am really the grandfather in this club, or grandfather of this club, if you may call. So, but yes. Yeah, I mean, being a grandfather, believe me, has been a wonderful, wonderful journey. I don't know whether you're aware, I'm right now speaking from San Francisco. I originally hail from Pune in India. I was about to take a higher position in Toastmasters this year. But sometime, I think in this January, our daughter broke the news that she's pregnant and she's going to have a baby in April. And then so many things changed in my life. My wife, who was working, quit her job. I decided to not take the position. At that time, Catherine, there was a day I remember when we had to file the nominations. I was feeling miserable. I was feeling that I am letting go a big opportunity of not going in for the program quality director or even the district director post in my district. I was feeling so very upset. But then as things started unfolding, when I came to San Francisco, my daughter gave birth to a lovely boy. My entire perspective about life has changed. Today I can, with all certainty, say that I probably took one of the best decisions in my life of not going ahead for the Toastmasters post. Because what I have got in this last 5.5 months is phenomenal. I never imagined. I had two daughters. I don't think I have spent even 5% of the time with them when they were growing as much as I'm spending with my grandson. Because that time, I was the bread earner in the family. I was the only son, and for unfortunately, the expectations from men are very high, and that sometimes puts the men under a lot of pressure. And that was happened to me also. I used to go in the morning at 7 o'clock. I used to come home by 10 o'clock. I hardly used to see my daughters. But this opportunity which I got in this last 5 months is phenomenal. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I have no regrets. And it is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you very much, Mary, for giving me an opportunity to speak.
Thank you. I'm so glad I called you because really, grandparents really have something to tell the world. They really do. I'm not a grandmother, even though my children are grown up, but I do know my classmates or my friends we are on the same age group. They tell me that being a grandmother or grandparent is a totally different experience from being a mother. And I'm so glad I called you because I wanted to hear and I wanted everyone to hear that perspective from you directly. Totally agree with you on the pressure when you're dealing with children. It's so different when you're dealing with a grandchild. So totally true. All right, next, let's have Shakil tell us your story, your man story.
Yeah. Long ago, it was 23 years back, a father was talking to his son. You're just an intermediate. What's your plans? Well, Dad, I look forward to you. What's it? You are a professional accountant, and I aspire to be a professional accountant as well. Really? Yes. That boy graduated in commerce and then joined a cost and management accounting profession. Fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it was me who joined the accountancy career. Inspired by my father, he had worked to a senior position, progressed from nowhere in a village, in a small village of Pakistan. He just progressed by just doing so many little tasks. Even he was just repairing the beds to earn money to study. He went to the only bulb available in the village to study for his career. He migrated to a big city of Karachi. Then all his fathers, all his sisters and brothers were here. His brother was a doctor, his sister was a teacher, other sister was also a doctor. So just in my life, my inspiration is my father. And also many mentors I got in my 20 years career. You'll be surprised to me. I'm not that old. I'm only 40 years. But just I started my career after graduation and doing my studies side by side. And regarding the person who, the lady to influence, my wife started online business in ladies clothing in the year 2014. There were many highs and lows in her career. Many times she thought, just leave it. I'm going to just stop this business. It's not worth doing. I motivated her not to lose it, just bucking her every time when he felt low. Just don't lose heart. There are lows in us. Just in imagination, the ECG line is just like this, ups and downs. When it goes straight, the life is nowhere. Life is full of ups and downs. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shakil. See how you have been a positive influence in your wife's life? And it's so nice to hear that your father inspired you. Male role modeling is so important. And that is another topic altogether, where children do not have male role modeling. It is so important in a daughter, whether it's a girl, or in a son's life. Male parent role modeling. It's another whole topic on its own. I always speak about it. Last one, but not the least, our guest, Toastmaster Augustine. Share with us. You've heard everybody's story. You're having the privilege of sharing greater things with us. Toastmaster Augustine.
My apologies. I'm not looking, so I'm not visible to all of you. My picture is there. Am I audible, Mary?
Yes, you're audible, even though there's a bit of feedback. You're audible. If you can just shift your gadget away from you, or any gadgets that are giving feedback. You can just shift.
It is better. It is better
Yes.
now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Please proceed.
Okay. I am a 59 years old male, and now when I look back, I think that karmas are working in my life. How? Because whole my life I have been developing others, and God has blessed me in my development. I am a humble son of a mother, brother of 3 sisters, and 33 years wife and husband of a wife, as well as now 2 granddaughters and 1 daughter. So this is how, when you develop other kids, God blesses you back. So as a male, I am trying to prove myself to society by the talent which has gifted to me by God. I think if I'm not going to spread my talent which has given to me, then on the judgment day, I have to answer all that. So this was my short and humble perspective about being a male. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Toastmaster Augustine. Honestly, I truly appreciate your self-assurance. That is so important in a man. Being self-assured, knowing that he has created an impact, or is an impact, in the lives of so many people, not just family, but even outside. Thank you for that. We wind up this session because, is there anyone else who want to say anything more? More thoughts after hearing everyone else? The floor is open. Please come forward if you want to share more thoughts and more ideas about being a man. Anyone else? Going 1, going 2, going 3. All right, we're done with the session. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You have given all of us thought for the day to reflect. And please, I appeal to all of you, please tell the men and women that you have mentioned, tell them how grateful you are to be in their, for them to be in your life and vice versa. Really, we need to tell people how grateful we are while we're still around, not after that, because we can't hear it. All right, so let me call on the evaluator. After all that emotional and so sentimental thoughts, let's get down to business. Be practical. Toastmaster Shihas, you said. So let's do evaluations. Toastmaster Shihas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mary, for giving all us an opportunity to come forward and share our thoughts. Right. So, if you thought if people were sharing their thoughts, I'm pretty sure like we all get to learn from each other. So, thanks a lot for leading that session. Okay, coming back to our Toastmasters meet. So today, like I will be evaluating Toastmaster Rahmat's speech, which was on understanding her leadership style. So Toastmaster Rahmat, if possible, please do come on camera. Okay, can someone confirm that I'm still audible? Perfect, thank you. So there was a power failure here. So yeah, perfect. Thank you. So there was a power failure here. Thank you. There was a power failure here, so I was not sure if I was audible or not. Thank you so much. So Toastmaster Rahmat, thank you for joining us and taking the stage today to share your understanding about the project. By doing so, you exhibited the first quality of being a leader, that is to lead by examples and coming out of your comfort zone, because you presented your speech in a different club today. You started off by asking few questions that did engage the audience, and you did get some responses from us. What I really liked about your speech today, or about was the excellent use of body language. You decided to come on camera, and there was a good gesture moments, and there was a good body language that basically shared that you are presenting with 100% you on being here. You did give us examples from your home on how leaders whom you thought were your leaders are leading you or providing a better opportunity to become a better version of yourself. But I do have few suggestions which can help us present a little bit better. So one is with respect to your voice modulation. So if you can take some pauses and then you pitch your voice accordingly, that will help provide a better weightage to the sentence or the message that you want to pass. Take small pauses whenever you're trying to change gears or change topics. That will help the audience know, or as an evaluator, it will let me know that, okay, Rahmat is done talking on this particular topic and she's moving on to a different topic. You also spoke about how different leaders impacted you. I would have really appreciated if you could have shared more examples of what your current leadership styles are, and if you have, and you can talk more on that rather than sharing what others or what how rather than sharing leadership styles of other people who were impacting you. So because someone is impacting you, and then you are becoming a better leader, and we could have seen more examples from your own side. So that, if to conclude, I would just like to say that have some voice modulation and avoid using the word if possible like that. There was a couple of multiple repetition on that, and share more examples of about your primary leadership styles which aligns with the project. Looking forward for your speech. Thank you, and I will hand over the control to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Karthik.
Thank you, Sheila. Hello, everyone. I'm here to evaluate Karthik on his level 3 project, Inspire Your Audience. On speech, my public speaking journey. Lishi, has you really took the stage? You really fulfilled your project from by breaking your own story from the boy who is a depressed boy on the stage to a winning Toastmasters award, Toastmasters winner. This is really inspiring us. And I really want to take time to appreciate your effort. You really dressed as a Toastmasters with a good seat and suit, and you really took effort to stand up and deliver your speech. This really inspiring us in not only in your words and your way of dressing, also to come to Toastmasters presenting the speech the way you give. And it's happy to hear from you that your dream came true. Your dream to become a Toastmaster winner came true. This really inspiring us, especially me, to become and see how long this Toastmasters journey I can go forward by taking your story as your inspiration. In addition to this, you ask the engaging questions also. That really helps this Toastmasters to engage with you while you are delivering the speech. I can see most of the people, almost everyone from our Toastmasters, keeping their complete attention while you are delivering the speech. That is greatness of you. With this, I would like to wrap up. You did 100% best as per my wish. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Karthik. And now I give my timers report. Let's begin with our speeches. Rahamath, you spoke for 7 minutes. Shakil, you spoke for 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Moving on to our table topics. Catherine, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Anne-Marie, 1 minute and 50 seconds. Rahamath, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Mary, 50 seconds. Shihas, 1 minute and 35 seconds. I spoke for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Karthik, 1 minute and 32 seconds. Milind, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Shakil, 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Augustine, 1 minute and 5 seconds. And last but not least, the evaluations. Shihas, you spoke for 2 minutes and 34 seconds. And Karthik, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, everyone.
General Evaluator, Anne-Marie.
Yes, and now it's my turn to give general feedback on this meeting. I have witnessed a meeting that used imagination with a big I. Thankful to men in our lives with the theme, and I love the way, the energy, when someone comes into the room, you grab them, you ask questions. I felt so warm. I felt the warmth when I walked into your room. You said positive vibes, and the atmosphere was good to start with. I'd like you to set the tone by everybody having a themed background. That raises the ambience of your meeting. And as a visitor, you talk about men and being thankful. Let me see something behind you that reflects that strong theme. As professionals, you have to start the meeting on time. You were 3 minutes late. Yes, I was counting 3 minutes. Start the meeting on time, and then you can go to questions like you did very successfully. But if you say we're starting dead on, start and waste time with gap fillers. Toastmaster of the day, well, it's the first time I've been to a meeting without one, and you handled that extremely well. There was a lot of energy going on, Mary, and you kept that flow. So well done for that. And I love the round robin where you asked questions and it came in and out. It was a long conversational, very inviting Toastmaster of the day, although we didn't have one in theory. I admire the doubling upon roles, which you all did very, very well. A couple of things I'd like to encourage you on is the theme of the day. You go straight to it at the start of the meeting. So if you're asking me questions, you bring that out even though you don't have a Toastmaster of the day, I was a little confused about the role of the general evaluator. The general evaluator oversees the evaluation, and I was waiting to be introduced. I was been waiting to be invited to oversee the evaluation section. So just remember, the general evaluator doesn't come in at the end. They come in and they lead the evaluation session. If you don't have many people, you can always play a lottery. Everybody, put your hand in the bag. That's it, you're grammarian tonight. Play a game with it. You need more members, everybody invites a guest. And when you don't have enough people, play the lottery. Moving on to the evaluations, I was very, very positive, focused. Carrick, you emotionally connected with a lot of the stuff that was being said, generally helpful advice, and you pointed the way for improvements. You have 2.5 minutes to make an impression. You don't need to repeat, I am here to do this, this, and this. You waste valuable time. Just go straight to it. Go in with a bang. Silas, your comments again were very positive. I love the way you summarized. The voice modulation, you said you need voice modulation. Give examples, how, when, what. So we need justification if you're going to evaluate. Moving on to table topics, we had an interactive table topics all the way through the meeting. That was very well done. You had no grammarian, you had no AR counter. These are roles that are crucial to any meeting because we're here to develop our speech as experts. If you don't have anybody monitoring it, how are we going to improve? So again, you use a lottery system, no grammarian, you're it. Developing speech is crucial to being a Toastmaster. The timer, you very well set out your script and you observe that, but I'd like you to learn the script. Okay, you're a professional. That should come without any looking at or being hesitant. Moving on to the final, I think this was an overall a very successful, smooth meeting. You all seem to be enjoying yourself. The theme rang through, vibrant, fun, and entertaining. Well done. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster.
President Catherine. Catherine, are you with us?
Can you hear me? Thank you so much to all our Toastmasters and guests. This was a beautiful meeting. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie Joseph, for valuable inputs of your evaluation of the meeting. I would like to thank the masterminds behind the theme of this meeting. I do not know how to express my gratitude. It was a beautiful, intimate meeting. There are meetings that are great with numbers, but this was a smaller meeting and yet so intimate, so beautiful. So thank you for the great creativity, our Vice President Education and VPPR and Vice President Membership. Thank you for bringing aplomb to your planning and your design of our meetings and inviting guests. Thank you, our guest speakers, for coming in and giving your best, and role takers. Thank you for choosing Toastmasters for Professionals. I really do appreciate all of you. And I do hope we'll have a greater meeting after this. But I hope that tonight we will all go back and tell those loved ones that Dr. Mary has reminded us about, to tell them what they mean, but also for us to share this in clubs so that members can know that we do have value at every meeting, irrespective of what the kind of meeting it is. So this was a learning experience for me. I appreciated it so much. Thank you so much, club officers, and thank you so much, Toastmasters and visiting guests. I adjourn the meeting.